program to bring you this important message.
Yo, it's Remember the Show. Slick with the flows, where the sparring can go. Who's gonna be on, man, you never will know. Guess you better tune in, cause we live from Chicago. Belal Muhammad, that's the king of the tweets. Jason Anik looks like John, step his hands to his feet. Every Thursday, we gon' give you a treat. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat. And retweet, and retweet, and retweet. And retweet, it's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat.
Nice to be back on Thursday, huh, Bully?
Yeah, episode, we had a couple-week break now. It feels different. It feels better. It feels like
Friday. I don't know how much we mess with that. We might need to bounce on a Friday here and there for schedule, but you got to stay on that regular Thursday tickle. Anyway, it's episode 23. Remember the Show. Jason Anik, Belal Muhammad. So, Bully, the sunset yet? How many minutes we got till sunset?
We're close. We're 1 minute away. We're 1 minute away till we get to drink.
So for those of you, I'm sure all of you are following Belal, remember the name Muhammad on Instagram, but dude's like doing these stairs with no hydration. It's like we're talking about those stairs are difficult with hydration. Dude, unbelievable, man.
It just makes you stronger mentally. It plays a better game in your life, makes me a better fighter.
I hear you. Well, so anyone, you'll realize you'll probably hear me flapping my lips, and Bully's going to take a sip of something in a few minutes, and it'll be a joyous moment for him. Anyway, the UFC, man, just so much to talk about all the time. You know, it's whatever's going on inside the octagon. You can be sure there's usually just as much, if not more, going on outside. So, you know, for our show, when we come at it on a Thursday, the fights have been 5 days. You know, we're much more sort of looking forward than looking behind us. Sort of what's focused on what's coming up rather than what's happened. But either way, Vittori, Holland, it did happen 5 days ago. So just to touch on that, Vittori certainly held serve, handled his business, did what he needed to do. Sort of some thoughts from you on that fight and sort of what it means for both guys moving forward.
I mean, like you said, Vittori did what he had to do. People don't look at it as the guy that took the fight on short notice, the guy that accepted the fight on short notice. Like Holland gets all the credit for taking the fight, but Vittori, like he's literally top 5. He beats Darren Till. He's fighting for the title. So like, and you're going to give him a guy on a week notice. That's a dangerous guy. Like you can't underestimate Kevin Holland because he can knock you out. So it's like, you just saw him get out wrestled for 5 rounds pretty easily. So it's like, all right, that's the blueprint. So why not just copy him and do the same exact thing? And I mean, people are going to hate it. People are going to be mad about it, but it's like, he got 2 checks, he went home, and now it's like just moving on to the next step. It wasn't the most exciting fight, but he did what he had to do. For Holland, on the other end, boy needs to learn how to wrestle.
Yeah, well, I hear you. Well, maybe he'll go to Russia and get some training like he's talking about. But either way, certainly happy for Marvin Vittori to sort of keep it moving forward because he is a real live contender, and I think there's going to be some big opportunities for him. So I'm glad he took the fight. I'm glad he got the result, you know, and Kevin Holland, I do think there's some real potential there. He's an amazing guy to watch. And certainly I know he's talked about building up his frame. I think John mentioned on the Anik and Florian podcast, even the potential, you know, this guy could be a real contender down a weight class. So, you know, I think that's interesting too.
Yeah, exactly. And then people don't think about it too. Like where he just had 50 minutes in the cage of just getting out wrestled. So like he feels that, and that experience is going to be a lot for him when he goes against if he goes down to 70 against smaller guys that aren't going to be as big and strong. Like Brunson and Vittori are still 2 of the top guys in middleweight. It's not like he's losing to bums, getting out wrestled by bums. So like, yep, he's losing to the top guys. So going against guys that aren't at that level, he's going to be able to represent himself a lot better.
Yep, I'm with you. All right, we're going to move right along because we got enough topics for me to get to. So your girl, Juliana Pena, getting a big news today, big opportunity against Amanda Nunes, moving to defend her bantamweight crown. Unbelievable for Juliana Pena. You know, her words, she does say she's the worst stylistic matchup for Amanda. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm picking against Amanda Nunes, but I said on this program before, when Rousey was training Juliana Pena on The Ultimate Fighter, I sort of felt like Juliana Pena would be a bad matchup for Rousey just because she's nasty. So I'm happy for your girl. Thoughts on Juliana?
Yeah, she's a dog. That's what I say. And it's like the way she believes in herself. If you saw her, she's the one's asking for this fight. She's begging for this fight.
Yep.
She was calling Dana White saying, please give me this fight. Like, you don't see no girls asking to fight Amanda Nunes, who's, you know, you go in there with her. You saw what's her face fighter. She was just like a frightened little before the fight even started. Like she was scared. And Megan Anderson. So it's like if you're going to go against a person that has confidence, thinks that she could win, then that makes a whole big difference. And like I said,
agree.
She's so unorthodox with her striking, with her grappling. Everything's like unorthodox. It's not something that Amanda Nunes could have a training partner for. She just throws stuff sloppily, and she goes in there, she grabs you, she just does what she has to do to win the fight. And then Amanda Nunes, we saw her gas a couple times in a couple fights, so her coming back down to 135, that's going to play a factor too.
Great point. I was wondering that. And so in a spot like that, I'm obviously a novice, but part of me when I think about that is that, well, you might get an Amanda Nunes because she's cutting there that really has to be focused on her nutrition and her, and so her cardio could be outstanding. In my mind, I think she'll be really focused on coming in great shape because I think she knows she's facing a dog.
But I mean, it could also be too where, when she get that Conor McGregor money, she's been making money. Her last couple of fights have been pretty easy. So it's like she's been walking through these girls. So like I think her confidence level is at all new high. And then I think she's probably looking at Juliana like this is gonna be another girl that I'm gonna walk through. So I don't really all I really need to do is make the weight. But
I hear you.
She was staying at 45 for her last 3 fights. Coming back down, especially for women, it's a lot harder to make that weight. And then with the new baby and stuff, you're gonna have them little snacks in the cupboard. So I don't know what she's gonna be doing.
Yeah, right. But she doesn't make a secret about liking eating, and her wife Nina is now Nina Nunes, so coming off a loss, unfortunately. So she got to get that family name back on a winning streak. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna move along. So this $500,000 donation, Bully. So like when you're giving out rugs left and right, I mean, are you looking for documentation on where it's going? Or anyway, I just couldn't help but think of Bully's rugs. But so Poirier did say, I jumped the gun, took private matters between Conor and my foundation public. But either way, fight is on. I don't know if this is just a little extra hot sauce on the, a little chatter, but either way, fight is happening.
I was worried about it at first. I'm sitting there like, oh man, calling him out like that, because it's like one of those things where I understand why Poirier did it, because $500,000 is a lot for a foundation, and he probably had a lot of plans for it and what you could do with that type of thing. But like, it's like, why am I going to give this guy credit? Because like everybody's thinking that McGregor paid him $500,000, so it's like, I'm gonna call him out on it. You wait a week, all right? Well, the check didn't come in yet. You wait a couple weeks. Check still not coming yet. Well, we're at 3 months now, and this check still not come in. I need to start moving forward. Like, it's like, if you're not going to do it, like, obviously I'm sure that they don't really need it like that, but it's like that extra money would have probably like helped him push something a lot bigger and a lot faster. But it's like, I'm not going to let people think that Conor McGregor helped out my foundation if he really didn't.
Yeah, I agree, man. I hear you. That's a good point. So I have to just touch on the fight, because the fight's going to happen, and that's what we all care about. So this guy, Joe Osborne, who is Odd Shark handicapper, and he picks on the Anik and Florian podcast on the pay-per-view. So he had a very interesting tweet a few days ago, and I just want to read you a couple lines from it. That tastes good? Good. So I'm just going to read you this, right? This is the beginning of the tweet. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So he says, I'm not sure if Conor McGregor can deal very well with adversity in a fight anymore. He needs a fight to go to an exact blueprint to fit his skill set. And then he goes on in the tweet, right? And I just got to be honest with you. I totally agree, if you want me to be honest. Yeah. What do you think about that?
No, it makes sense. Like, if you're really thinking about it, like when he's hit with a little adversity, that's when he starts breaking and folding a little bit. So, and I think with this fight too, making it more personal, that's like when he's in charge is when he's like talking, and when he's like making guys overreact and get nervous, stuff like that. Like, he's at his best at his press conferences, when he's such a smooth talker, such a witty talker. And then the last fight, it was like more so, hey, we're friends, yada, yada, yada. So it's like Poirier was comfortable there. So like Conor's best when he's making his opponent uncomfortable. When you're sitting there in the cage and Aldo's sitting there before the fight, freaking getting hyped up, and you see Conor McGregor over there smiling, looking at him, saying, come on, let's go. Those little things, those little keys, those are all little triggers, I feel like, that affect his opponent in a different way, and then it makes him more confident. Like, he's like that gorilla that's right here that needs to show his force when he's in front of you. So like when you have another guy in front of you, like a Diaz who's like walking through you, eating your punches, a Poirier who ate his punches last fight, you're like, oh, wait, what the heck? How come he's not falling? Like, and then you see him break a little bit.
I'm just sort of fascinated with the whole thing. And obviously there's a difference between him fighting, at 145 versus at lightweight. It's just, there's a lot of different factors. And for me, I know the betting odds are a lot closer now, but frankly, it's hard for me to look anywhere other than Poirier. And I also, Poirier, I'm sure, learned from spots in that fight where McGregor might have touched him and he didn't love the way it felt. So, look, even in your one round against Leon, I'm sure there's a ton for you to take from that, right?
Yeah, exactly. You take it from just like a fight week, you could take so much from it just because you're watching your opponent. Then even the next fight week, you fight him again, and then you see something else different in the tape. So it's like you study it in a different way every fight. So like this is gonna be their third time fighting. It's gonna be interesting to see what they both come out with. Like you said, Poirier, man, he's so good and he's so underestimated. I'm like, how did this guy underdog again? Like it makes no sense. He looked so good that fight.
I'm with you. I also, if you want me to be honest, the trilogy thing to me, it's like they fought 6 years ago. I understand for Poirier, he's going to get fat money. So all the other stuff maybe pales in comparison. But if I'm Poirier, what? So McGregor gets him this time and now he's 2-1 and that he goes on a title. I mean, come on. I just don't, to me, that 6 years ago was frankly irrelevant. And to me, if they, calling this a trilogy when Poirier dusted him a few months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
But anyway, that's just me. So moving on, topic 4, bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling going under the knife, neck surgery. We all know what's going on in this division. Well, certainly a complicated situation here. Can't strip the belt from dude if he's going under the knife for a neck surgery. It's like just like you can't have a result of a 5-round fight after 1 round, right?
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's a hard thing to like. For me, it's more so like if Aljo just stops tweeting out and he's trying to be the villain. And I'm like, just stop trying to be the villain. Like, yo, you're injured, so just take the injury. It's like he's trying to make it into a joke, and I think that's why people are getting annoyed by it because he's sitting there like, oh, I'm winning the Oscar and things like that. Like he faked it. You literally got kneed. What's face did something illegal, and I think it's just the timing of the surgery that's giving people a bad taste in their mouth because they're all like, well, you said you had this injury for 9 months. Why not just do the rematch real quick and run it back? Or you're just afraid, yada, yada, yada. You're just trying to hold on to that belt. It's like, it's all timing. But I think if he just got off social media, yo, I got injured. Jan literally didn't explain to us why he couldn't fight the first time at the first fight and it had to be delayed. So like, why do I have to give you guys a reason? But Aljo is one of those guys. He likes talking to the trollers and like people freak. Like he's kind of like a Cejudo where he likes annoying people on purpose. I feel like.
Well, either way for him though, I assume you don't think. I mean, you wouldn't strip the belt. I mean, or would you?
I want to strip it. No, definitely not for that. Like if it's the same year, why would I strip it? And especially for a guy who's worked so hard to get to that level, like you can't strip the guy. Yeah, if you guys want to do an interim belt, I understand it, but don't strip the guy right now.
Gotcha. Yes, there he is.
Hey, yo, BA, what's up?
BA?
Look at y'all on y'all's fancy mics and stuff, man. Why can't I get like y'all?
we appreciate you noticing, man.
Pay attention to everything, bro.
I love it. Dude, are you growing out the lettuce a little bit up top or what? You growing the hair out again? Come on, man. Yeah.
My mullet's going to be next. My Brian Bosworth mullet is coming.
You getting a mullet for real?
Yeah, Brian Bosworth style, bro.
Love it. Love it. And you got a little mustache?
Look it up later.
I know who it is. Belal, do you know who it is?
I don't.
I love it. He doesn't know who Brian Bosworth is. That's his age, but if he played for the Bears, maybe he would know.
Where is he, a football player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's his age? You're talking about the boss, bro.
There you go.
He's got a 30 for 30 about him. Learn yourself up.
I
so BA, you got a fight in 9 days?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, 9 days. Yeah, that's it.
That a boy. How you feeling? Where are you in Florida?
I'm in Florida. I'm at my friend Tuco's house. That's where I've been staying. And yeah, I'm in Florida just kicking it, out in the nice sun, nice weather.
It's a big difference from Milwaukee, huh?
Oh, bro, way better than Milwaukee and Chicago, 100%.
Why'd you have to bring up Chicago for?
I plead
how are you feeling right now? How's your weight and everything?
Good, man. We're like 202, 201, somewhere around there. So,
were you trying to get right back in there right after that last fight, or were you just like they called you for this one, you liked it? Because I know you're one of those where you like to pick your fights out, your timing on the fights at certain points in the year. So, like, was it one of those where you're like, man, I need to get this taste out of my mouth, I need to get right back in there?
Yeah, man. I tried to since first week of December, I was on someone else trying to fight in February. That didn't work for some reason. So then we kept trying for the next month and the next month, and then it finally came in that April. And obviously, opponent didn't really matter at that point.
Hey, BA, I don't want to cut you off, but we got a legend here joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, because this is a UFC primarily show, but those of you who don't know, this dude is a legend. He's the current one championship light heavyweight champion, former middleweight champ, defended that 3 times. Dude, this guy calls him the Burmese Python. Aung La Nsang. Welcome, man. My name's Jason Anik. My brother calls the fights. I'm sure you know Belal. Thanks for joining us, bro.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you.
How you doing, brother?
Good.
You look like you have a not as exciting background as BA over there. BA looks like he was ready for this. He has a good background behind him right now.
Bro, I got the pool table for when he's ready, bro.
Oh, you got a pool table? What kind of house are you in? A mansion?
Basically, I'm like, hey, I'm living like Aung La Nsang right now.
Love it.
I'm in my bedroom, actually.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Katie said you better get your butt in the bedroom.
Here. So.
All right. Well, hey, Cody, let's start this game up. Let's get these guys started going real quick. We have a little war going on between these two. On called them out. So let's see what BA does with this guy who called him out.
Love it.
Same thing I do in the
I
gym.
didn't know it was a game show. I thought it was like an interview for the fight or something.
Yeah, no, we do the game show first, and then we do the interview. So you get a little bit of both. So we get to see which one of you guys win, and then the winner gets interviewed. The loser has to leave.
I'm upstairs. The kitchen is downstairs. He mentioned something about eating mustard or something like that.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry.
That was our pilot shows where we had challenges. You don't need to do any challenges for this one.
The game show has evolved. You just relax. We'll guide you through it.
Jason, do you know where my gold is? Because I still haven't seen it.
Hey.
That's funny. I
think it's him and Poirier. They're both crying about freaking not getting their gold and their checks. What's going on with you, Louisiana boys?
Hey, we're broke. We're trying to get rich like you, bro.
That's all right. You knock out Roberson, and that'll change things. All right. Game show rules, gentlemen. So the questions are going to go back and forth. If you shout bully when you know the answer, that's what you got to do. Shout bully when you know the answer. If you get the answer wrong, your opponent gets the points. If you get it correct, you get the points. High score wins. Just remember, shout bully if you know the answer. Good luck, boys.
Instead, I'd rather shout. Sounds cooler.
Here goes the categories for today. Name scramble. So these are fighter names scrambled up. Just unscramble the letters and tell me who it is. Oh, that happened. So these are all true or false questions. These are pretty easy. I'm gonna tell you a fighter. And I'm gonna say this person beat them, and you have to tell me if it's true or false. Face mash. So this is 2 fighter faces mashed together into one. And then who is he or she? These are all guys from your gym with girl filters, and you got to tell me who it is.
We got too many fighters.
I picked all the good ones. BA, you were here first. So I'll let you pick the first category.
Let's go. Who is here for 100?
Who is he or she for 100? So this is a fighter from your gym.
Oh God.
Ooh. Oh, bully.
Brandon.
Martin.
You got, come on, Hog. You already losing? That's your boy.
That's your boy. Shout out to my boy Martin, baby.
He picked, so he can. Okay, so whoever can go, right? Just say bully.
Yeah. Once the question is read, any one of you guys can say bully.
Okay.
He's just gonna.
BA, you pick again.
Rules.
Go ahead, Brennan.
Who is here? She 200.
200. So shout it out when you know.
Damn.
That's a tough one.
He's not a bad looking girl.
Oh my God.
He fights in Bellator.
Bully.
Brennan.
The Adam Borks?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Come on, Hog.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
he cheated, bro. You got to keep his mole on the face, bro. Come on.
I don't know why the mole went off.
The mold's not on there.
All right, Brendan off to a big lead. You're up, Brendan.
Let's go again for 300, baby. Let's go. Aung La Nsang.
Bully.
Hey, Bully.
I said it first.
Ong.
Is that
3, 2.
Hans?
You got it.
Damn right.
Good job.
Saved my life, Bill.
All right. Now we're tied. That was a big one right there. Now you pick the next category, Ong.
Let's do that happened 100.
Oh, that happened for 100. True or false? Demetrius Johnson has a loss to Brad Pickett.
Bully.
Bully.
False.
And it's true, dude.
No, I mean, oh my God. Really? Damn.
You dumb.
That was his first loss. A lot of people didn't know that. All right,
Yeah,
Brendan got the point. So, Brendan, you pick again.
Let's go. Who is he or she for 400, please, sir, Mr. Bully?
Who is there? She for 400.
Damn.
Ooh, I know that, but I can't. Man, zoom in on it.
Dude, this person's attractive.
Bully. Jared Gordon.
That don't look nothing like Jared.
Dude, Jared as a girl is pretty hot.
Bro, that didn't look
Jared,
nothing
you're a
like
hottie.
Jared.
Hey.
You know it.
Ong, big out to the lead now. That was a big 400 points. You're up, Ong.
Name scramble 300.
Name scramble 300.
Bully.
Ong.
Anthony Johnson.
Boom. He's walking through you now, Brendan.
I know.
Okay, he got the hang of the game. Ong again.
Name scramble 200.
200. Come on.
What's that?
Seriously, Brendan?
Oh, hey, Bully.
Brendan.
Carl Robertson.
Damn, dude.
I'm going to beat him up too, bro.
You're up, Brendan.
I'd rather unpick. Every time he picks, I win. Let's go face mask for 100.
Face match for 100. This is two fighter faces here. You got to tell me which two fighters.
I don't know, but they ugly as hell.
Both fighters are 1
They kind
FC.
of look like Bully.
Bully.
Ong.
Is it Demetrius Johnson and Jared Gordon?
Oh, come on, Ong. I said both 1 FC.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
Well, Jared does look like Eddie Alvarez. Points go to Brendan.
Yeah,
You're up, Brendan.
I knew TJ, but I didn't know the other one. That happened for 200?
Oh, that happened for 200. True or false? Robert Whittaker has a loss to Court McGee.
Can I say Bully?
Yeah, you can say bully.
True.
True. You are correct.
Good job.
You had a 50% chance of getting that question right. Why would you take a chance at it, Brendan?
Because I'm a piece of trash.
Ong, you're up.
Let's go. Oh, that happened 400.
Oh, that happened 400. He went big.
All out, bro.
True or false? Anthony Johnson has a loss to Charlie Brenneman.
Bully.
Ong.
No, he knocked out Charles Brandeman.
You are correct.
Nice. Look at Unla.
Dang, he got a big lead on you, Brendan. You need to start picking it up. You're up,
Bro,
Ong.
I can't make him look bad, bro. He's very
I
important.
do have a fight coming up, so you got to give me confidence, right?
Both of you guys have fights.
Yeah, but I already got confidence from beating him up so much.
Name scramble. Let's go 400.
Name scramble 400. Your facial expressions are just amazing, Brendan. Go, Brendan.
Derek Brunson.
You got it.
Oh my gosh, that is Derek Brunson. I knew it was Derek something.
See, I just knew Brunson. I didn't know what the first one was.
All right, Brendan, coming back. You're up, Brendan.
Face mash for 300.
Two fighter faces.
Oh, I suck at this. I know one name, but another.
They're fighting this weekend.
All right, hey, bullies.
Brendan.
Oh, shit.
Paul and Aspirin.
Bam. Easy. Yeah.
You should have got it with the hair on.
Yeah.
You're up, Brendan.
Oh, that happened. Or, I'm sorry. Let's go name scrambles for 100.
Name scramble 100.
Yeah, because them last two are going to be a bitch.
Bully, Jeremy Stevens.
Ooh.
Boom. He's quick with it.
Yeah, that was fast.
Let's
You're
go
up on.
that happened 300.
True or false? Damian Maya has a loss to Mark Munoz.
Bully.
Brennan.
Fuck it. Let's go true.
Damn.
Boom. That was a big one right there. Dang, we're tied. This is huge.
Oh, and I suck at these face masks too.
Face smash. Let's go 400. We have to find a winner.
Hey, Bully.
Brennan.
Sage Northcutt and Jared Ugly Gore.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Damn.
that was a bit, dude. I thought that was gonna be a harder one for you.
Oh my gosh.
That was a good one.
That looked like Gilbert Burns and Deron Witten. Oh,
Robbie Lawler. That looked like a real person. But hey, Brendan, Brendan, this is your second time on the show. Second win. The floor is yours. How does it feel to be a winner?
bro, it's always great to be on Bully's show and beat these scrubs, you know.
Dude, that was a pretty big comeback.
That was a big comeback. I thought he was done. I thought he was walking through you, Brendan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I wanted to give him the false confidence and just rip it right from him. You know, that's what I do. Hey, Aung La, I appreciate you, bro. I'll take that steak at your house. You know. No,
You called him out and then you blew it.
Fight. After your fight, we'll have steak.
deal.
Well,
Hey, come to your house right
let's
now.
have both you guys on for a little bit longer. Talk about your fights coming up.
All right, let's go.
So, Ong, man, it's like, dude, I got to be honest with you, man. I learned more about you today than I had known before today. If you want to know the truth and watch just some of your amazing moments in Myanmar. I mean, dude, it's unbelievable some of the things you've achieved in watching you. So you bounce between these divisions, right? So light heavyweight is your home right now. So you're defending it when April 28th, is that right?
Yep, April 28th on TNT at 10 p.m. So
Beautiful.
good.
Well, we'll be watching. I assume you're ready to go.
Yes, sir. Brandon got me ready, huh?
I tried.
This is the third time fighting the same guy, right, Ong?
Yeah, it's a trilogy match. So,
Do you like look at it differently now? Do you read more from him?
Say it again.
Like, do you like? Are you studying differently now since you fought him 3 times? Are you just like studying the times you fought him, or are you studying his other fights now?
I'm studying his other fights. I feel like I've evolved a lot more than he has. So it should make for an exciting fight. We've been, we spent an hour together, 25 plus the 5-minute break. So an hour is a long time, for the one guy in a cage. That being said, I'm a total different fighter now because he's the reason why I moved down to Florida and met with Henry, Greg Jones, and all these guys, great camp. And it should be exciting. I always come to fight. I don't really care for points. I like to finish people. So it's going to be good.
Are you excited about the TNT deal?
Yeah, man. I just watched it last night. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the way they do it where it's only like 2 fights, so it focuses on those 2 guys right there.
Yeah, exactly. So to be the main event on the TNT show, it's gonna be nice for the American fans. I've been in America for half of my life, so it's nice that some of my in-laws and my friends can watch me fight live. So
it's great. And you notice in this country, even with the UFC being on ESPN now, there's a lot more eyeballs on the UFC than were before. It's not always easy for the casual fan to even catch some of the bigger promotions, so good for you, man. Yeah. I mean, watching Demetrius Johnson on TNT was awesome,
Yeah, man, the rule set over there is a little bit different as well. Yeah, we have red cards too, so it's like we have yellow cards, red cards. Yellow cards mean like you lose 20% of your purse if there's not enough action.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah, the referee can hand out yellow cards as well. So, and then knee to the ground opponents, so.
Legal.
Yeah, we saw that one with that big one. Have you hit anybody with that knee to the ground opponent yet? Do you feel like it makes for a better fight?
Yeah, for sure. The side control is now a lot more dangerous. On the cage, it's it's getting up off the cage. You got to be a little bit more cautious as well. I mean, what's the difference, man? What's the difference between standing a flying knee and a knee to the ground opponent? It's not. As far as I'm talking about, as far as the damage wise, it's not that much difference.
Do you train them at all? Because I know you train with a lot of UFC guys, so obviously they're not doing them. So like when you're doing training, are you like thinking about doing it from that spot?
Now I do, but usually it doesn't. It doesn't hit you. But then you have to drill it. You have to drill it because it's allowed and it's something that you have to be wary of. Before we had soccer kicks too. Soccer kicks. I got kicked by soccer kicks too before. So
oh wow.
Yeah, you have to be very wary of that. But I mean, as long as you have the technical components of mixed martial arts, it's okay. The side control, the front headlock, you can start throwing knees as well from that position.
BA, are you a fan of knees on the ground or what?
Bro, I don't like him when Aung La does them. It's not. It's not
So you
fair.
guys are doing it during sparring?
Aung La does.
I don't know. We just show. I don't really throw it. I just show. I'm very controlled. Unlike this guy, he's not controlled at all.
Yo, he's the most uncontrolled guy in the gym. When he does this, bro, hold on. When he does this right here on his glove, it's literally about to be a brawl like in a bar.
You can't be any worse than Paul Felder.
I think Rumble is the least controlled guy. When he does this,
Bully, that's who I can compare him to.
Really?
Yeah, bro. He yells at you too. Oh, you want to fight?
Oh, no way. He's one of those?
No, that's
No, but he does laugh. You can make him laugh. Hey, Aung La, what makes you laugh the most?
this guy's annoying.
Yeah.
So we'll be clinching up, and then he'll make that sound again.
Oh yeah.
He even got Muhammad, like the AC welterweight champion, like this Russian guy who doesn't speak any English. He even got him to say it in my ears.
No way.
Hey, Belal knows I'm very influential.
Yeah, he's very influential. I'll give him that. But I didn't think you were going to be like a Paul. But anybody who ever sparred with Paul Felder, you jab him once, just like he sees red, and it's like the most angry guy in the world. I'm like, it's going to be a fight when you spar with Paul.
I don't really get angry, but I'm like I can take it, but then I'm controlled. I feel like I'm pretty controlled, except when it's that's true. Except when it's like really close to the fight, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 2 to 4 weeks from the fight, then I go a little bit harder. But then before that or after that, I'm very controlled. No.
How do you deal with when you were defending both belts, fighting at 85 and 205? Do you like put on a certain amount of muscle? Because you see these guys where they're overthinking it, where it's like, oh, if I'm going up to heavyweight or this, I need to put this much muscle on. Do you think differently with that?
Yeah, I float around 215. So I have a nutritionist that helps me gain weight or lose weight. But I float around 215, and then at light heavyweight, I get about 8 pounds heavier, and then when I'm in the middleweight, I get like 8 pounds lower. So.
And how do you like it with the what's called rules over there? Aren't it different rules over there where you don't have to dehydrate yourself?
Yeah, we have hydration tests. So everybody weighs in. So if you're welterweight, you weigh in at 185, and they check you 2 days before the fight. They check you 2 days before the fight. On the first day, if you pass, they check you again on the second day, which is a day from the fight. And then if you pass those two, they don't check you on the day of the fight. But if you fail one of those tests, like the girl Mangbo, she failed one of those tests on the first day, so they would check her weight on the day of the fight as well.
Wow.
They check your weight and they check your hydration and make sure you're on weight, and then they let you fight. If not, they take like 20%, like the usual 20%.
Oh, okay.
If you miss weight, yeah. And
yeah, I think it's a lot cooler because you see Eddie Alvarez talking about he wants to fight again by the end of this month, and I'm like, dang, he wants to cut weight again, but then I just realized that he's not even cutting weight.
Yeah, we don't really cut weight. So if you fight middleweight, like Brendan Allen walks around how much? Like 205 right now, right? 206.
Bro, I'm like 230 when I walk around. No. They're not real middleweights, bro. They weigh in at 204, 205. They're not real middleweights. They're light heavyweights.
So,
Oh,
Belal,
that's what you guys weighing at 204?
yeah. How much do you weigh right
Me?
now? Yeah.
Yeah, believe you.
Probably like 175.
That's fine.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. So you could technically fight lightweight over there in one championship because lightweight is under 170.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Could you
Yeah, he
make?
just said welterweight 185. That sounds good, bully. Huh? No weight
That's
cut there.
interesting.
Yeah. And then like I don't know if it's a better way or a worse way, but nobody will be dehydrated. Like there was one video of the girl falling down, right, twice
Yeah.
during the weigh-in. That would never happen with us, in one championship. And they also started implementing this because one of the Chinese athletes died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he fainted during the weigh-ins and then was taken to the hospital and then he passed away. So because of that, they said, we're no longer going to have weight cutting. I mean, of course you can cut weight, but like you have to be hydrated. So the worst comes to worst, your kidney's not going to shut down. Your brain's not going to be dehydrated on the before the fight. So.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was thinking, like, is there still a way for somebody like to cheat the system where it's like all these guys are like, well, the bigger guys are trying to go down even lower now, but it's like if they're doing the hydration tests on the day of, like, is there a way to cheat it?
No, I mean, of course you could cheat it. I mean, you could not cheat it, but you could diet down. You could skip a meal. You could, cut out all the carbs and the usual thing. You can work out and then drink water, or you can hold your pee. You can hold your pee. There's ways to cheat it, but you're not going to gain 20 pounds.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're not going to gain 20 pounds the day of the fight. So you'll never ever fight somebody that's like 20 pounds or 10 pounds over your weight limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in a sense, it makes sense, but in another sense, what doesn't make sense is it should be by body percentage, not by the weight classes, because a welterweight is 185, the one down is lightweight is 170, and then guess what the featherweights are? 155. So there's like
wow.
Yeah.
Still a big gap.
Yeah. So it should be more of a body weight percentage than like, that's what I think, but what do I
Yeah.
think?
BA fighting Carl Robinson. Dude's a striker. You got all them freaking killers over there in Florida, all great strikers over there. So are we going to be expecting a striking battle or are you going to be a wrestler?
Bro,
You saw your boy Holland give you a shout out after that.
Yeah,
fight.
right? He knows
BA
what's
better
up.
than both these other guys.
yeah, man, I tried to get that fight with Vittori, but I'm not as cool as Holland, I guess,
Oh, you
did?
tried?
That's interesting.
Yeah, of course. I was
Oh, wow. That would have been cool.
I've been trying to get at Vittori.
You're a bad matchup for him. That would have been a good one.
Right?
Yeah, man, I really like to fight him. Got a lot of height, and yeah, he just shot up pretty quick. So, and I like the matchup. Just stylistically, it just seems great for me. But yeah, Carl's gonna be fun, man. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna take him down at some point in the fight. Like, I want to make it a full, put everything together, mixed martial arts fight. I don't want to strike with him or like purely, or I want to show every aspect of the game and see if he can take everything that I'm bringing to the table. And I don't think he can. But hell, I've been wrong before, so we'll see.
That's real interesting about Vittori, though, because that would have been a real fascinating matchup. I think fans would have loved that too. I wonder, maybe he didn't want some, huh?
Yeah, I don't even know if they got a chance to even like offer me to him. Plus, like main event, like I don't have a following like Colin has, and obviously I am coming off a loss too. So, and I'm not ranked, so.
I hear
Don't worry, dude. You're gonna get a following after the show. We probably got like 5 million viewers right now.
I hope so, bro. Hope so. Hopefully, but yeah, man, I'm not really worried about it. I'm just gonna get this win, hopefully, and then if Jotko falls out or Strickland falls out next week, the weekend after, I'll be ready to go for that too, as long as I'm not injured. And then if that don't fall through, then hopefully, praying I can get the winner of them in on Dustin Poirier's card.
Ooh, there you go. Well, boys,
you only get one corner with you, right? Is it different out there?
No, I get 2 now since it's a title fight, but usually 1 corner. Yeah.
Oh, they changed it. Okay, I was hearing Eddie Alvarez say he only brought 1. I was like, oh, really? You only get 1?
Yeah, you only get 1 unless you're the title fight. Then you get 2.
Okay.
I got Henry and Nate Marquardt going, so I'm in good hands.
Yeah.
Who you got, Brendan?
I've got Jason Strout, Greg Jones, and my guy Tuco.
Wait, did you say Nathan Marquardt?
Yeah.
Oh, he trains over there by you guys?
Yep.
What? Dang, you guys got a squad over there.
Yeah, he's making a comeback.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Where's he gonna fight with?
He might fight on my show if somebody falls out.
Oh, wow. He was always one fun guy to watch.
Yep. Yeah. Well, guys, we appreciate you both being on. I hope April brings you both a victory. Great to meet you, Aung and BA. I've been loving following you continuously, bro. Appreciate it. You guys welcome on anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, brothers.
See you guys.
See you guys. Yep.
Guys, appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Take care.
I really hope BA gets a win next week, man. For real.
Yeah, both of them good guys, man.
Definitely.
BA, like I said, people don't understand how good he is. He literally finished Holland and all these. You see all these top guys in 5 rounds can't finish him, and he did it within a round and a half. So,
dude,
like,
that's really interesting.
Good, like he's a monster. That's his only thing is that like his confidence level is next level where like he could beat these guys easily by taking them down and finishing them all, but like he wants to sit there and bang. So I'm like, bro, just do what you're best at. You're best at just freaking finishing the guys on the ground. Like you're tough. We all know you're tough, but you're so talented on the ground. I think he takes Carl Robinson down. It's gonna be an easy night.
Well, I just, get the W, it's like, get that win, because I'm telling you, it makes it, for all these divisions, all you guys, it's like, there's so much clogged up. There's so many factors in all of them. It's like BA got to get on that rank board. A W will get him on there, I think. Anyway, we got to get to the Bics because we got to talk about this main event coming up. So,
for sure.
No further ado. Bullies, Bics. All right. So we're doing 2, I think, just 2. So, dude, Whittaker Gastelum. So just to refresh everyone, this was supposed to happen back in 2019 at UFC 234. It was supposed to be a title fight. Instead, Gastelum ends up getting Adesanya at UFC 236. That's 1 of 3 straight losses. He just beat Ian Heinisch in February. He seems to have some mojo. Whittaker, other than the loss to Adesanya, just a total, legend. 12 of 13 in a row. Just beat Till and Cannonier, who are the 2 guys. Anyway, this fight is banging. I think for either guy, though, in a weird way, you lose and that championship window sort of closes. So I guess we're jumping right into the main event. Can Gastelum beat this bad man, Robert Whittaker?
Honestly, it's one of those fights where it's like Gastelum really has nothing to lose. Like you said, he was on a 3-fight losing streak. Like he didn't find himself in that title talks anymore, but he beats Whittaker right now. It's like he's right there. And now his name's back in that mix. And he's still super young. And like he brought his wrestling back in his last fight against Heinisch. And you saw him out wrestle him a little bit. You saw him fight a little smarter, where it wasn't just trying to bang and try to knock you out. But man, Whittaker's just so good. And
right.
He gets people like trying to trash talk him a little bit, saying, oh, he doesn't want the Adesanya fight. Like Vittori is saying that, oh, he doesn't want the title fight. He doesn't want to be a champion no more. But it's like, bro, the guy has like 10 kids. Like let him take some breaks after fights. Like he's fighting for a reason. Just because he said, just because he overthought it a little bit, he hesitated when they asked him, do you think Adesanya is next? He's like, oh, well, I just lost him the fight before last. So like, let me get a couple other fights under my belt. Doesn't mean he doesn't want to be a champion. Like he just wants to get that taste out of his mouth a little bit, get a little more momentum. Because if you lose to the champion twice, then you're not going to be getting a title shot for a while. So like, I understand where he's coming from, but I just think this is going to be I feel it's going to be a great boxing match. I want to see both their boxing, and both their boxing is so good. But I think Whittaker is going to end up coming out on top. I think that I don't know. I just think that he's going to be a lot more sharper with his striking. And Gastelum, I don't think he's be able to take him down. Whittaker has really good takedown defense. So I think Whittaker is going to be able to outpoint him out.
I hear you. And dude, I hate to always say this, but it's with Usman when he says there's levels to this. To me, Whittaker, every time I see him in the cage with anyone other than Adesanya, it just looks like he's on a totally different level. So it's hard to go against him. But KG is certainly a talented man. So we'll see what happens, man. It's hard to lean away from the favorite there. I think we'll probably see 5 rounds, though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 5 rounds. I don't think it's really going to be a finish. I think you saw Gastelum go 5 rounds with the champion, and he took some freaking hard shots. So I think I don't think it's really going to be a knockout, but I do think there are going to be a couple guys getting rocked. We saw Whittaker get rocked a couple times against Southpaw and Yo Romero. So, I mean, if Gastelum has them fast hands, Gastelum will be able to catch him with some things.
Well, so I probably should have done the co-main event first, but hey, this is still sort of my first rodeo. So let's jump to that one real quick because that's a close fight. I love when we get to break the tie on the Anik and Florian podcast when Ian Parker, the Duck, and Kenny Florian are on different sides. So co-main event, Jeremy Stephens, Drakkar Klose. Close fight. The Duck is on Klose. Ken Flo is on Jeremy Stephens. So Stephens has lost 4 in a row, believe it or not, with a no contest mix and still the 10th ranked featherweight, which is interesting. But that division is real solid up top, but then it drifts a little bit. But anyway, Klose, he knocked out by Benny Dariush, which, a lot of people that happens to March of last year, but he not too much harm in that. But prior, he had won 3 straight, not too active overall. So break the Anik and Florian podcast tie. Who you got in the co-main event?
Yeah, Steven's on a 4-fight losing streak, but look at the guys he's fighting. He fought Zabit, he fought Commentator, he fought Yair, he's fighting the best of the best. And this guy, he has to be up there with Jim Miller with freaking UFC fights. He's been in there a while.
No, I think it's his 34th. Jeremy's. I mean, isn't that insane? 34 UFC fights, and Arlovsky on this card, it's going to be his 35th.
Oh wow!
Think about that.
Yeah,
it's insane. Anyway.
And then Jeremy Stephens, one of those guys. When I saw he was on the card, I'm like you said, there's a card every weekend. You don't realize who's on the card, but I was like, oh man, Jeremy Stephens on the card. But then I saw who he's going against, and I was like, oh man, that's a tough matchup. Close to the beast, like you said. He got knocked out by Dariush, but he also had Dariush really hurt that fight too. And Dariush has been on a kill streak, so it's and he got out of a couple of hot spots in that fight where Dariush had his back and almost had him out, but he ended up getting knocked out. But he had his moments in there, and I think with his wrestling, if he comes out wrestling being a lot smarter, the kid is good everywhere, but I think he gets in too many firefights. And that's not going to be good for your career in the long run. And Jeremy Stephens is one of those guys you don't want to get in a firefight with because he'll put you to sleep with one punch. But I think Klose is going to end up, coming off that loss. You want to get a win under your belt. I think Klose is going to end up taking this one. But I know Stephens said he's been working with Tony Ferguson and stuff now, but I don't know. I think Klose is just very talented. I've always watched him. I always like watching his fights. I think the kid's good.
I do too. Well, so it's funny. So last week, the Bix, it was obviously a little crazy, and we had those guys, and so I did think I heard Belal Muhammad talk about maybe picking Holland, but then the final pick was definitely Vittori on the Bullies picks. But I was laughing about that. But dude, it is that fight, man. It really is fascinating. What just fascinates me all the time is the difference between winning and losing and how it's just a moment. It's Holland had some moments. Holland could have, and that's what the point you brought up at the beginning. Vittori just taking that fight. I even think about a guy like Whitaker. He's got a ton to lose against Gastelum. With Adesanya calling out, Till and Cannonier. It's for Whitaker, if he wins this, to me, you gotta fight for the belt. You got it.
Yeah, exactly. You're the next in line. So it's nah, but first you got to get through this killer right now. You just took it on a fight on a week notice. So it's like you said, there's always a lot online, and people don't realize that. They're just oh, well, they're fighters. They should accept anybody's fight, be a man, yada, yada, yada. But sometimes it's when you're at that level where you're top 5 and you're just your next fight will be for the title. If you're just smart, you have to, you can't take those chances. You can't, if you're Vittori, you can't sit there and bang with a Holland who can catch you with anything. He fights so awkwardly and he can hit you from anywhere. It's why would I want to take that chance when I just saw Derek Brunson take him down easily and hold him down the whole time?
100%. And you guys got to look out for your careers, same way free agents do in Major League Sports, where they might wait and hold out for free agency, and sometimes it can certainly backfire. And if they want to stay where they are, or they wait for the big contract, they hurt a knee. There's a lot of factors for you guys. So anyway. Another one in the can. Go get some food. Remember the show, episode 23. We're going to try to stay on Thursdays, keep you all straight. As usual, take on the Anik and Florian podcast early next week. We appreciate you all tuning in. And Cody Merrow, the director, thank you as always. For Belal Muhammad, I'm Jason Anik. You all have a good night.
Peace out, guys.